Right, hi. So, it's really difficult to film this part of the project. So where we're at the moment, I'm just going to give you a walk through. This is the roof as it is. So this is the, so far, this is the 18mm OSB3 board. Obviously I need to tie this down a bit more because it's bowing up there. So I'm going to have to put something underneath and screw it to it so that this is all through. Can't decide whether I need to put the circular saw down here and make 3mm gaps between all the boards just to give it some sort of expansion, or whether tight is fine. Anyway, obviously I need to do something about this little bit here. But that bit of it is done, and then what we're going to have on here is some insulation. But my furrings end here. And then what we've got, as you can see, we've actually managed to get the two big beams. There's 3 6 inches by 2 inches here bolted together, and there's 3 9 inches by 2 inches over there. They're not bolted together yet. They're resting partly onto the lintel and partly onto the brick. And on this side we've got a wall plate. This wall plate is only temporarily fixed at the moment. We need to put some chemical bonded screws in there. I'm going to do that last. And I've done that wall plate yesterday. So I need to do a wall plate here today and along the front of the lintel here and along here. So I've got to put some joists in here above the toilet roof. And then we've got to put some cross members here and here. This big hole in the middle is where the roof light's going, so that's not going to need it. And then we've got to put the OSB board on. One of the reasons why this is so difficult to film is because I spend ages and ages just sort of like thinking about how to do it, and that's not very good YouTube content. Measuring, remeasuring. I've often measured things 4 times. You can see all the pencil marks. I'll show you. So you can see all the pencil marks here. So I do loads and loads of thinking about things, and then I make a mark and say that's the mark, and then I go away and reality strikes, and then I end up having to make another mark thinking that that's a different mark, and then I finally make another mark. So this was really important because this had to be exactly the size of the roof lantern that I've bought, and it also had to be exactly 90 degrees, exactly square. And of course nothing in this build is square. As you can see, the wall, that's what square is, and there's the wall going out. Doesn't look quite so bad in that angle. I'm guessing this angle is going to make it look more like it is completely not square. Even though this wall is square to the house, the wall's not square to the beam, because we couldn't quite make it square to the beam. So yeah. Okay. Side. As you can see, all the levels are completely all over the place. in the rest of the garage I'm leaving these beams open at the bottom because it's a garage. But because this is actually going to be a toilet, I've had a request that we actually plaster this and we put a ceiling in and a light. So I need a level at the bottom here to put the boards on for the ceiling. So I'd quite like to put the levels at this height so I can put the levels for this floor here, but in fact I'm going to have to put the levels for the ceiling and then add noggins to make it level for you. So what I'm doing here is taking this cement off so the new beam lands on the brick. I don't really want to bend that over. Cut it at that point. $7.05. Well, just check. This end's the square end. $7.05.